Hi, I'm late doing an analysis for the Dawntrail launch trailer. If you're worried about spoilers, I think you shouldn't, because last time I did this that was for the Endwalker trailer, and I think every prediction I made was wrong. I have a feeling that this trailer is also like Endwalkers. Obviously they're hiding a lot of things, but there's going to be a twist, a big change. We may have hints for it in the trailer, but in case you haven't watched it right now, I'm going to just play once. I'm going to watch it together, and then I'll go through the specific points.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits dethroned. Me, Wuklamat!
Wuklamat.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant.
We are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen.
Our nation can change for the better.
I am bound to no one.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn Servant.
A waste of time. I can always take what I need later.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. It is through embracing innovation that we will usher Tule Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
This time, it was here, the city of gold.
A golden light. Could it be?
About the key remains shrouded in mystery.
What in the world is that?
What is this relic of theirs? Who made it? And to what end?
I will be the next Dawn Servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last!
With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
Yeah, so that was a launch trailer. There are some scenes where I believe we're giving hints of what's going to happen in a certain order, so it could be considered a spoilery trailer, but I still maintain my idea that if Yoshi P and Co. reveal the existence of Solution 9 to us, it means they're hiding something much, much bigger, but I have no idea what it could be. Let's go with the trailer. I'm making guesses. These are guesses. I don't know. I don't have friends in I don't have friends in Square Enix. At first, we set off from Charlian, one of the standard ship models. I think this is the same ship model that begins the... I think it's Siren Song C, the first Stormblood dungeon. I think this is the same model of ship.
The fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders.
Everybody's saying goodbye to us. This guy looks funny with shadows from the glasses, looks older than he is. Grahatia is here. I mean, we know Grahatia is going to be there. I don't think Square Enix made an entire CG animation of Grahatia eating tacos in Tuliyolal just because he's a fan favorite. They could have, but I don't think they did. He's going to catch up with us at some point. I don't know when or how, but he is.
We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Ship. In these scenes, we get, a first look at the new model for Alphino and Alice, more Alphino, including a bit of lighting. Look good. Erdenville too. Word of light.
Be so quick to relax.
I like the new water technology, and I like the waves, the way they make waves now. I'm pretty sure this is not going to apply to the whole game. I think they said it should be in specific sections of the game. This is one. The other is likely that shore that looks like near Solution 9 or outside of Solution 9, which they showed in a recent live letter. But it looks great. If the entire sea could look like this, it would be amazing. I don't expect the whole game to work like Sea of Thieves. Would be amazing. The water in Sea of Thieves is incredible. You're traveling to the new world, and this storm, I think it's just like a mood setter. It's not, I don't think anything important is going to happen in this storm. I mean, Alice is knocked down. I think Alphino grabs her, so she's fine. Everyone's going to be fine. Nothing bad's going to happen in this ship.
The test is said and done. It'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me!
Just touch upon what the purpose of the expansion is, which I believe is a part of the twist. We're going to the new world to help Wuklamat in the contest to be elected the new ruler of Tuliyolal, the Dawn Servant. We're going on her team, and as far as we know, there are other Scions that are also going for another team. But there's more than one team, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to talk more about this later, but this is the purpose we're going there. This is the main objective of the game at the beginning. Just at the beginning, if you ask me.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Battle against the storm was a prelude. Again, the storm is not going to be a big thing. I don't know if there's going to be a battle per se. I don't think so. Maybe there's an encounter, but it's not a dungeon. We know what the first dungeon is going to be. This is Tuliyolal. This is not the ship you are in unless you change ships at some point. So this is just like a big panoramic view of the new city, the new capital city, one of the new capital cities, Tuliyolal. Oh, also the fact that it's Erdenville who's narrating the introductions to each zone. It may change, but so far we have Erdenville. People in Tuliyolal doing Tuliyolal. I shouldn't have any problems mentioning this place because it's in theory it's like a name in Spanish, so it should be easy for me to mention Tuliyolal, but it's going to be a tongue twister. We have chuzos, kebabs. I'm going to call them chuzos because this is meant to be, Latin. Life in Tuliyolal. The road to adventure beckons once more. This is a goal. I think they mentioned it in the recent live letter. This is one of the objectives early on. I have a suspicion what's going to happen here. I'm going to mention it when the time comes further ahead. This is the first dungeon. I haven't seen a full run of this dungeon. I want to be clear on this. I haven't seen a full run of this, but we know this is the first dungeon because this is a ship you take to get here. He's going with Trust, Halfino, Kryl, Uklamat, the Wool. Kryl picked answer. This is the dungeon boss. Square area, the purple barrier. This is a dungeon boss, but this is not that dungeon. This is not the first dungeon. This is a dungeon much farther ahead. I don't remember the name of this zone, but this is a new dungeon. And this boss, obviously, everyone loves this buff Cactuar. If I had to guess, I don't see the party's back here. So either he doesn't shoot spikes through his back, or you're going to have to stand behind one of these cacti to avoid this attack. I don't know. A promise of a thrilling journey.
You four will compete in the right of succession. The outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Serpent.
This is why you go to Tuliyollal. Compete in the contest with Uklamat to hopefully win and have her become the next ruler or Dawn Servant. Some fun things here. Wait, see this guy? This guy's name, hold on a second, I do have it around here. This is Dawn Servant Gulul Jaja. This is the big boss of Tuliyollal. It says, you four will compete. So there's 4 teams. New Estinian model. But it's funny that it's Estinian and not the Wall who's fighting Gulul Jaja. Forgot his name. Instead of the Wall like we saw in the cinematic. But this seems to be the same battle, the same movements, same thing. And Alfino, Alisei, the Wall, Uklamat, Kryl, and Erenville are all spectating this battle. This is probably just a demonstration or like a taste of the battle. But the next scene,
which will decide who.
This. He says that there's going to be 4 contestants. And these guys, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, are all holding forward like this plaque. I think we see a close-up of this plaque or tablet later on. So maybe this is like a clue of what you need to do or where you need to go, or one of the requisites. There seems to be a 5th guy here in front. I don't know if you can see his face. I don't know. I can see if he's holding out a 5th tablet. Actually, they may even be a 6th shadow. I don't know. But assuming it's just 4, each team gets one of these as, again, clue. This is Uklamat with the Wall and Kryl, which are going to be on our team. These are the other guys. This guy, this blue guy, so let me go back here again. This blue guy is called Soralja. He's a commander of the Lance Guard, so he's a soldier. And this other guy, this big 2-headed guy is Bakul Jaja. Earned his place in the right of succession by triumphing in a martial tournament, so he's loudly contemptuous of other peoples, his derision of inferior one-heads extending even to his fellow Mamulja. So I guess we can assume that this is the bad guy. Though we also have to fight, we know we have to fight Koana. It's another adopted son of Galul Jaja. Gulul Jaja, not Galul. Gulul Jaja. I have seen a lot of people mention why this face is covered and it doesn't seem to speak. We don't know if this is important somehow. 4 eyes? Okay. And a contest to determine the ruler of a nation. Yes.
We are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen.
Our nation.
This is the guy. Again, I don't remember their names. These are Bakul Jaja, blessed siblings.
Chosen.
Our nation can change for the better.
Our nation can change for the better. This is our friend Koana. It's probably a direct competitor to Uklamat. But I love how even after the engine upgrade, there's still going to be pixelated textures. Though there is some depth of field here, so maybe that's it.
Better. I
I'm bound to no one.
And this is the other guy. Again, I'm bad with names. Soral Jaja. And he seems to be fighting and defeating Bakul Jaja. I'm just going back and forth between tabs because I don't remember the names. So this, I mean, they're obviously in a competition, but we don't know if there's any sort of bad blood between them. I would guess there is because this guy seems like a dick, to be honest.
Wuklamat, protector of peace and soon to be Dawn servant.
Wuklamat, we know Wuklamat is the person who's taking us to Tuli Yolalt so we can compete with her. So nice. Alpacas, llamas, Cusco.
A waste of time. I can always take what I need later.
This two-headed guy is fighting, he's huge, effortlessly stopping an attack from Wuklamat. I wouldn't guess this is like a serious fight. This might be just a sparring session. And this guy saying, you know, you don't matter. I'm going to be the next ruler, blah, blah, blah. A path to discovery. This seems like the tablet that Galul Jaja gives everyone, each of the contestants. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is a two-headed Mamulja, I don't know. And there's two people sitting. We don't know. There's a little purple light that turns on. This must be a clue. This was also in the benchmark. I think this lights up. And the word of lights is like, oh, okay, so this is what we need. Okay, fine.
Nation is a fortress, and its people.
Valle Garmanda, stuck in a wall of ice inside some ruins. I think that this is at the top of this. I think Valle Garmanda is frozen at the top of this, and for some reason you need to find it. Maybe it's part of the contest. You need to find Valle Garmanda, you fight with it. We know there's going to be a fight, but it's needed. Just a little mention, Valle Garmanda reminds me of this Spare in Final Fantasy VI, who looks very much like it, and at the beginning it was also frozen in ice. Nice reference.
And its people, the bricks with which it is built.
Okay. Rich tapestry of history. We see this is a shot of Tuli Yolal with some NPCs walking around, moblins, Pelu Pelu, Manwuljas.
It is through embracing innovation.
First dungeon seems so maybe the ship comes like this and then it stops here. Maybe, I'm guessing.
Usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
Campfire scene. Just like in Heavensward, we have a campfire scene. Erenville is doing something. Kryl, the twins, the wall, and there's a Pelu Pelu here. I don't know if it's a special Pelu Pelu or just a random Pelu Pelu, but colored with the hearts and minds of a diverse people. Welcome to Latin America. And a journey's end, the legendary City of Gold. And this is where things start going nuts.
Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict.
All this time, it was here, the City of Gold.
Okay, so this part. Okay, City of Gold. Its people lived here, never aging, never suffering, etc., etc., etc. This is completely different from anything related to Tuli Yolal. So this is futuristic, this is technology. How does this fit into the puzzle? We still don't know. There are some rumors, but we still don't know. Why are these blocks colorful? I don't know. Where have we seen these colorful blocks? In the Arcadian concept art? Here, you see it here. Blocks of color. I know this is much bigger on the scale. But this idea of colored blocks, we can also see it here and all the way over here. There's this big portal. And this is the present. You are arriving here with Wuklamat.
As gods, never aging.
I think it's important that they frame Kryl in this shot. And why do I think it's important? This is one of my predictions that's probably going to be terribly wrong.
Never dying.
These two. Who are these two?
Free from hardship.
Why does
and conflict.
she stop, looks back, cries, and goes into the portal? and the portal closes. Wild theory time. These are Kryle's parents. I don't know, just wild claim, wild guess. Probably wrong. By now, we know one thing about this expansion. It's been mentioned here. The Dawn servant, Gulul Jaja, blah, 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 he appears to have a past connection with Kryle's grandfather, Galuf. Now, we know Galuf is not Kryle's real grandfather. She's adopted. And we know Galuf then took off, and Galuf's story is kind of told in Eureka. I haven't completed Eureka, but he was lost there. So there's no Galuf anymore, as far as I know. It wouldn't be that much of a coincidence to assume that while Galuf dealt with Gulul Jaja, he met Kryle's parents, and whatever made Kryle's parents go into this portal and leave Kryle behind in charge of Galuf is a thing that could have happened, maybe? I don't know. I mean, there's no trying. I don't know. Framing Kryle, and then these two Lalafels running from the portal seems male, clearly female. The female stops, looks back and cries, why? I don't know. I have a feeling that these are Kryle's parents.
All this time, it was here, the city of gold.
Okay, so this is the electric dome that was supposedly hidden. Let me see if they have this in the concept arts. Remember when they revealed this, that they had this entire section redacted and said, a secret, there's something, a secret here. They didn't say what it was. Now, they recently updated the art and there's nothing here, but maybe what was hidden was this. A dome that somehow reveals something to do with Solution 9. People speculated that it was Solution 9 related, but now we see it in-game. There's a big electric dome behind these mountains. Solution 9, at least outside. Actually, I think this area is called Heritage Found. It's not Solution 9, the city per se. This is like outside of it. There's a cool boss. Grahatia is here already. So, again, at some point, Grahatia came here. There's something here. Someone fighting a monster, a big thing. I don't know if you can see it. Someone fighting a monster while the party is walking here. This is a dungeon, obviously, because your party is visible. So just worth mentioning. Also, cool detail, the screens are showing them like the status of this monster without this disc on its head. And it's apparently weak point, this heart thing. Fraught with untold perils. Now, this is the weird part. Ships, flying sector ships, armies, hover bikes with cannons. Why? Who are these people? Where do they come from? Are they from Solution 9? But if so, they seem hostile. Solution 9 is going to be a city. It's going to be a major city in Dawntrail. So, who are these people? Why do they have massive ships? I think the only other time we have seen massive ships in 14 is the Garleans. What's going on here? I have no idea. But I like these bikes. I hope we get it as a mount. This wall seems to have been broken and has opened the way for further technology inside. Maybe this is the entrance to Solution 9. I wonder if this is a dungeon. Valigarmanda fight. Again, you're fighting Valigarmanda in the sky. So, I mean, it's not in the sky, but it's very high up. So, good track that we're fighting Valigarmanda at the top of the ice mountain we saw at the beginning.
A golden light.
I know this is meant to look like a pyramid, but I don't know if it's a pyramid or it's just like a tunnel into that portal we saw earlier.
Could it be?
And Kryle is here. Okay, so I know this is just before recording the video. These guys have this little very cool shoulder pauldrons, I think they're called. This Bowser's Castle pattern, really cool. And yeah, I'm going to be the 1000th person on the internet that sees this and claims Squid Game. Of course, I don't think it's a direct reference, but it's curious that these guys have, inverted triangles on their heads. Also, these models are similar, not identical, similar to the soldiers we found in the civilization in the second area of the final Endwalker dungeon. Honestly, I wouldn't think there's a link. That civilization was, who knows how many light years away, so I don't think it's related. This is just a smart reuse of assets. I want this bike. This guy firing a gun. Well, there's more than one. There's two firing at someone. I think I have an idea to whom, and it's going to be teased in a moment. Someone else is back here, but I can't make it out. Wait, it's two people. Seems to be a Hrothgar and someone else running. And we see these tents, maybe? And this is complemented with this. And this is where my theory comes. So these guys are attacking Tuliyollal. This is Tuliyollal. They're shooting and attacking the people in Tuliyollal. Oh, sorry. So what do I think is going to happen? I think that the whole Dawn Servant plot is going to be the first half. It's going to be the Sodi arc. The thing we're supposed to be doing, but we end up doing it early. The contest ends. And then we go to Solution 9. And for some reason, Solution 9 wants to attack everyone else. So they attack Tuliyollal. So then the Dawn Servant role becomes far more important because it's not just, I'm going to take care of my people. I actually have to defend and save my people from an invading armada of futuristic super soldiers with hover bikes. Why? I don't know. But I think that's the twist. The second half of Dawntrail is going to be fighting against these guys and whoever leads them, which in theory... also, this is the Dawn Throne, where Gulul Jaja resides. You can see these are the pillars that show up in the trailer. And there's a bunch of people on the floor here. I cannot make them out. But Wuklamat is here. She's angry. And she's attacking someone. I don't think this is part of the beginning of the game. I would guess she's fighting someone who is part of the invading armada. This is just my guess. Waters of Light. So yeah, we are the Wall, Erenville, Wuklamat, the twins, Kryl, and Urianger. We know that Urianger is going to be on the opposing team. He's going there with Tancred, hired by someone else. We don't know if it's the cat. It's what's his name? Moana? Moana. I'm going to call him Moana. Okay. So I think it's Moana that hired them. I don't know. Maybe. So he's here with us. So by this point, maybe the conflict is over. Big robot dungeon, apparently, because Wuklamat is with the Wall here. And here is our potential antagonist. We still don't know. She has a bunch of screens facing here, and her face isn't the friendliest. So we still don't know who she is. We still don't know what she does. There is a rumor online or speculation that she is an Asian. Maybe not an unsundered Asian, but maybe a fragmented one. Maybe. I wouldn't be against another Asian because there's still some of them out there. And this is one of those things. Buildings. I mean, look at this. These are constructions. Futuristic sort of constructions, but they're mingled with fantasy-ish buildings, ceilings. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Some people are saying that this might be Alexandria, or a reference, of course, to Alexandria Castle, and this does have a certain 9-ish air to it, but I'm still not sure. Would be nice. Are you prepared to answer the call? This is Tancred sitting. The whole party is together. I don't see Stola. Actually, wait. There's someone else here. If you see between Erenville's ears, there's someone else here. White hair. But it's not Stola. I don't know who that is. Some combat shots, and I have to say, the music in this section is really cool. I'm guessing it's either the boss or trial music, or maybe the final boss music, who knows?
Much about the key remains
Much about the key remains
shrouded in mystery.
shrouded in mystery. This, where does it come from? I don't know. What does it do? I don't know. But this key is interesting in a few shots ahead.
Mystery.
Saloon. This is the Wild West town. Some very woolly creatures. This is inside the Thunderdome. I don't know if, for example, maybe Solution 9 is on the top of this, above this, and you have to go up from here. This is Heritage Found. I don't know what these trees are. So maybe you find Heritage Found that you need to go up this tower, maybe a dungeon, to find Solution 9 at the top. Maybe.
What in the world is that?
Ishtal is here. And this is the person I'm telling you about. This person was in the other shot. I don't know who this is. I don't think it has been shown in promotional media yet. Everyone else is here. And this is the gate to what would be maybe Solution 9. Which also brings an idea, a second theory about this portal, about this city of gold, about living without fear, without dying, as it was said earlier. And the theory I have is that Solution 9 is a simulation. Solution 9 is not real. Solution 9 is the Matrix, so to speak. And I think it links back to the first dungeon concept art revealed in the first FanFest. And you know how everyone was making fun of this being like a CPU fan? Maybe it's not that far off. And this is a CPU. Also, if you remember the Arcadian concept art, these definitely look like GPUs with fans. I'm possibly wrong. I'm likely wrong. Just let me speculate that this could be GPU fans. And this entire city, this entire fantastic futuristic city inside of the new world is a simulation that you enter through that yellow portal. Maybe. Maligarmanda is huge. And this is the part that interests me. This is the key. And the key, it does nothing until
What is this?
it's put in the hands of what seems to be an either dead or knocked down Mamulja with blue arms. Wait, is this Soral Jaja? He does have this. I mean, if you check this part of his wristbands, it's this. Wait, no, he's not dead. He's standing. Wait. He's standing. He's alive. Initially, I thought his hand was on the floor, but I just noticed it's a shadow. He's standing. He's given the key, and by taking the key, he activates it. Why can he activate the key and not Wuklamat? Huh, that's interesting. Why?
This relic of theirs. Who made it? And to what end?
And to what end? The key just like floats. It's a Solution 9 or Heritage Found style floor, but the ceiling is just darkness or turbulence. I have no idea what this key is for. I would guess it's to open the portal to Solution 9, but it's just guess. I have no idea.
I will be the next Dawn servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last.
With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
This is an interesting phrase. With your strength, would you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice? What does that mean? It's like someone asking someone else if they would have done things differently, if they would have done things without sacrifice. It sounds to me like someone sacrificed something. Who? What? If the theory that this is one of the Sundered Asians, she could be talking about the creation of Zodiark, sacrificing half of the ancients to create Zodiark to save the world. Maybe that's the question. Otherwise, maybe it's part of her Solution 9 plan, assuming she's the bad girl of the expansion. I'm going to posit another dumb theory. What if the voice that we're hearing now is not this girl's but Kryles. I don't know, maybe it's because all voices at some point start sounding the same, but doesn't it have a little ring of Kryles? Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because it sounds British. That said, I think I've read that in other languages it's clearly a different voice, and also that she doesn't say what she says in English. Apparently in the German translation and the Japanese translation, she says something about now being ready to enact her plan or something like that. Is she the villain? I don't know. Potentially. Is she an Asian? I don't know. Potentially. What I like about this part is that we get our first look at some of the science in the new models. Well, I mean, Buklamat, Kryl, once more praying for something. Uranger with the new model. New facial structure. Looks nice. This might be the guy with the white, blonde-ish hair. He hasn't appeared anywhere else. We don't know who he is. We don't know what his name is. What's his deal? We don't know anything. Alice, new model. Nice. Alpino, new model. Nice. Someone is behind him with a sword, fighting. Seems like Tuliyolal, so maybe this is at some point where the Solution 9 army, the Squid Game army attacks Tuliyolal, maybe. Tancred, new model for the ladies. Galul Jaja, sitting in the throne. Ishtola, she's here, new model. Stenian, new model. Moana, Erenville. And I think at the very end we see a glimpse of Grahatia, and then it's over. The Word of Light, sword in his shoulder, looks back, and trailer ends. So, what's going to happen? As I said, my theory is that the first half of Dawntrail is going to be the contest of champions to determine the new Dawn Servant, and the second half is going to be related to Solution 9 and the invasion of Tuliyolal and whatever is going on there. I have no idea. Less than 1 week to go, but that will be all from me. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in Tuliyolal. Bye.